everyone, and welcome back to the Mario Kart Marathon, the weekly series in which I play every cup from Super Mario Kart all the way up to Mario Kart 7, and then do something unique for Mario Kart 8. This time around, we'll be playing the retro tracks in Mario Kart 8. Let's get on into it. Alright, it is time for the Mario Kart 8 retro courses in this Mario Kart Marathon, starting with Moo Meadows, Mario Kart Wii. Fun fact, as I'm recording this, like a week ago, I want to say, I started editing the Wii courses. So, there's that. That's my progress so far. And I'm choosing the dumbest character to come out of this Mario Kart 8 Booster Pass DLC, Peachette. It could have been Dixie, but they chose to do the dumbest power-up option from the Mario series. Seriously, Peachette is so unnecessary. And you know what's worse? It gave us the worst fan character of all time. One whose existence is purely sexualization. I will never forgive the person who created you know who. Involving a certain Koopa King. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, this course is good. Oh, here comes the cows. Oh. Oh, great. And as we go through the Mario Kart 8 courses, we'll see, you know, less creativity. Because the Booster Course Pass was created out of obligation. Like, they only ported over these courses so that to extend the shelf life of Mario Kart 8, and they didn't even try with half of them. I also feel like they put too much effort in putting in city courses. Like, let's put as many city courses as possible. Let's create new city courses so that way we can justify its existence. I mean, to be fair, they added in Athens to the party, which is kind of cool. But I feel like removing half would have been cool. Like, we didn't need all those city tracks. Although I know the reason why. Because there's no other way to play those courses. The only course that didn't come into the fray was Planet Plant Pipeline, which in and of itself as existence is unnecessary because we already got Planet Plant Slide. Anyway, moving on to the next course. Don't know why I did that. That being GBA Mario Circuit, a track I was not expecting to come in initially. But you know what? It's made its debut. It's made its stay. Not a bad course, honestly. I just hope they stick to some sort of pattern next time. Like, no rhyme or reason, just do it. And, fun fact. Instead of actually following the, actual theme of the circuit, they chose, I believe, the beta theme. Like, they chose this theme that was playable in the beta of Mario Kart Super Circuit. It obviously does not sound like the actual circuit theme from Super Circuit. But it probably did it because, let's be real, trying to arrange the actual circuit theme from Super Circuit with a live band orchestration probably would have been a nightmare. Because, like, there was the, like, where do we start from, like, the, after, I mean, yeah, it doesn't sound bad, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like I could have done more with it. I'm just ignoring the fact that I'm playing as the worst character possible. Get in and out of the way. Why didn't I choose her first over Waluigi? Because he was a base game character, and then the rest of the characters I'm playing for the Mario Kart 8 section for Mario Kart Marthon is DLC characters. I couldn't do 6 DLC characters either because I chose a couple DLC characters as replacements for the Booster Pass section. Because I did not know they were adding in characters until midway through. So I decided, screw it, I can make it work. Because I was struggling to find good characters to, you know, play as for Mario Kart Monthly. Speaking of Mario Kart Monthly, I still need to record the last 2 cups. I held that off for 6 whole months. Anyway, here's Cheap Cheap Beach from Mario Kart DS. And I like how the pattern is a volleyball net. It's kind of cute, actually. And I like the attention to detail that every track from DS, Wii, and 7 use the modern logo, while the first 4 games use the classic logo, with some exceptions because of some stupid, weird reasons. Like, they decided not to use the classic logo for certain classic tracks, even though they should have. They decided to use the modern logo. Probably because they revamped so much, it's basically new. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is a very decent, albeit basic, beach course. I like the little forest section, or should I say jungle section leading into the beach segment. It's kind of cute. I like it. I also am grateful that they added in characters for the DLC, because now they added every character from Mario Kart Wii. So every character from Mario Kart Wii returned. They added in Dry Bowser from the Mario Kart 8 DLC. They added in Dry Bones, King Boo, and Bowser Jr. in the initial release of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And then they added in the rest. They also added in Petey Piranha from Double Dash, who hasn't been playable since Double Dash. And Kamek, the first time being playable in Mario Kart Mainline. Which is a shame. Like, why wasn't Kamek playable initially for Mario Kart 8? Like, his logo and emblem was there initially. But they just never did it. You know what else was weirdly bothering me? The fact that Mario Kart Wii is the only game that does something unique for the third lap. Like, instead of starting it from the intro of the course, they decided to start a little bit into the course, into the theme, to that way it could be unique. I don't know why no other Mario Kart does it. It makes it unique. Gives me an idea. I still don't like this. Character exist. I don't like her. I don't like what she's added. I hope she doesn't return from Mario Kart 9, 10, whatever they're calling it for the next system, whenever that gets released. Anyway, Toad's Turnpike. They overdid it with the N64 tracks initially, but then they overdid it with the Wii tracks. Not that I'm complaining. The Mario Kart Wii tracks were good quality tracks. They probably should have slowed down their roll with Mario Kart 64. But yeah, traffic course. And it's literally a figure 8. The sheer number of tracks added into this game is impressive. Although half of them kind of stick out like a sore thumb in comparison to, like, look at this. This looks like... Oh. Thank God I'm not playing a 200cc. That would have been a nightmare. The Leaf Cup's the one thing that did me in for Mario Kart Monthly. I tried to do 200cc for all of those, every single one of those tracks. But, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do most of them anyway if it would have been a nightmare to justify. "64 miles an hour, huh? I get it. It's a good reference. Oh my god. Oh, I accelerated enough that. Oh. This is admittedly a lot easier than the original because the controls are smoother. Don't get it twisted. Mario Kart 8 was and always shall be considered a Wii U game first. It's just a port. And though so much was added to this game that it's basically its own game now. Mario Kart 8 is an anomaly. It is. They could have added a new game for the Switch, but since nobody really bought a Wii U, they decided, hey, what the hell not? A lot of people did not play Mario Kart 8. It's hyper niche enough that it could basically be. And they just wrote the coattails of Mario Kart 8 for a decade. A full goddamn decade. Full goddamn decade. Instead of making a new Mario Kart, they decided, yeah, we'll just let Mario Kart 8 be the definitive Mario Kart game for a full decade. The entire 2010 decade, and in a little bit of the 2020s, Mario Kart 8. That's what we got. Mario Kart 8. It's actually quite ridiculous. Anyway, I have nothing to say about that. With this course, it's, you know, it's by the numbers desert course. Oh, yep. This is about what you expect from a desert course. Yeah, I don't know why they decided. Maybe they thought that nobody actually played the original on Wii U. Well, they made a DLC for the Wii U version, which I will play soon. But at the same time, it's like Mario Kart 8 did exist before. It's like they were trying to forget the Wii U existed, so they were just saying, you know what? The Wii U never happened. This is an original Mario Kart. Wait, what do you mean? What? What are you talking about? No, this is a new Mario Kart. I mean, I guess it would. I mean, this is the highest grossing Mario Kart, and most people played it. 60 million units. That's double of Mario Kart Wii. And that's like half of the Switch user base plays Mario Kart. Most of them don't even know that this was a Wii U game because nobody actually cares about the Wii U. I think I've argued enough. Okay, we're done. Next course. And boring. boring SNES track, although it does look nice. It's very detailed. Very, very nice looking course. But it's an SNES course, so it's very bare bones. But when we reach near the end of this marathon, we'll see. Oh yeah, no. An SNES course can be on the same level as a GBA course if they actually took the time to do it. Granted, the SNES chosen was Centaur first, but it's the thought that counts. Oh yeah. Nothing much to say here. It's very, very good. I always have people interrupt my playthrough / stream, whatever it's like. Oh hey, look at me. I'm playing a game now. Well, I'm trying to record because nobody respects the fact that I don't like that. It affects the gameplay. Like, I don't need people to know. What's one of my friends is trying to, which people I'm friended with is. Just kind of lose experience. What was I saying? I don't know. What we want? You know, I think would be cool if Nintendo added in a proper social media. I mean, they tried that with Miiverse, but try that again with the proper social media integration for the next console. And voice chat. Voice chat would be a very good feature. Because as it stands, it's like, what's the point of playing online multiplayer if you can't voice chat with random strangers? Probably to avoid the inappropriate stuff. Which I don't blame them. But yeah, Royal Raceway. A track I expected them to add in the initial release of Mario Kart, because they did Mario Raceway, then Luigi Raceway. God, I can't believe this game is a decade old at this point. 2014 all the way to 2023 that had that support. I guess this the Switch era, they're just like, you know what? We're not gonna put in much effort to the major releases. We're just gonna do a bunch of ports of Switch game or Wii U games that could be easily ported over because HD console. And then once we go from there, we'll start releasing new content. I mean, obviously they'll release new content along the way, but a lot of the Switch library is ports from the Wii U era. I mean, it worked in their favor. Because the Wii U actually did have good games, it's just that nobody really wanted the console. Nobody wanted the Wii U. Nobody understood the Wii U's purpose or existence. Most people thought the Wii U was an extension of the Wii. It's a separate console. Most people did not understand that. But people understand what the Switch is, and it's got a lot of third-party support. It's got a lot of support for fans and newcomers alike. It's the hot new Nintendo product. They are gonna keep the hype train going for at least a couple years after this new console releases. Like, it's not, the Switch is not gonna be completely forgotten. It's gonna be, you know, there's gonna be a lot of dual releases for the next couple years. And then the Switch will eventually depart. And by then, I'm pretty sure the new console will have similar numbers to the Switch. You better not. Oh my god. Oh my god! No! Please don't. How? Don't hit him. Oh, that was close. That was. I would have ended that right there. If he kept hitting me. I don't like that. But you know what? I am not trying to get star ranking anymore, so we're good. But yeah, new console will probably do well, mostly because Switch users will get their games ported over to the library, so we get to keep playing Mario Kart 8. So I guess there won't probably be any need for retros for the new Mario Kart. Shame, but if we can play Mario Kart 8, oh, that actually reminds me. Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't make a new Mario Kart and instead just keep having Mario Kart 8 be the Mario Kart that lasts another decade. That's why I fixed what ain't broke. Why try to improve this? This is clearly peak Mario Kart. It has 96 courses. Do we need another one? It's the highest selling Mario Kart game. You don't like it? Well, that's not really up to you. It's Nintendo's decision. And Nintendo's decided we don't need new Mario Karts. Which is weird because usually a Mario Kart releases every 3 years. Oh, I got 2 tool shell dodges? Nice. Oh. How did I? Okay. There's a high likelihood that they're never going to make a new Mario Kart. I do not count Tour because Tour is a mobile game and, well, we don't really consider mobile games to be true games. Spin-off at most, but not a real Mario, not a true sequel. And also, Mario Kart Tour wasn't that good to begin with, so, yeah. Just, you know, it might be a possibility that they're just gonna give up on making a new Mario Kart because, yeah, I don't know. A system that sold 150 million units. And the best-selling game is Mario Kart port. It's not even a new Mario Kart. It's a port of a Wii U game, but since nobody played the Wii U game, for most people, it is a new game. This version of Mario Kart 8 sold like 5, maybe about 4. I'll say 5. I'll say more like 6. I'll say almost 8. 8 times the amount. In the middle of recording. Okay, what's next? Yes, Wario Stadium. The one track that kind of like made it way too difficult to continue Mario Kart Monthly in 200cc. But you know what? That was for the best. I would have not been able to continue otherwise. So, let's get it done. How they added in both Wario Stadium and Waluigi Pinball is amazing. this track is like so different from the original. It's like the full-on anti-gravity section over here, and then the underwater section here. I barely even recognize what section it is. Oh yeah, you don't fall to the ground with lightning anymore to avoid falling into the pits. Because all the cannons are now glider sections, and before you could just blue shell and shock dodge. That's not a thing anymore. Wait, you know. I also feel like how they did the retro tracks a bit meh. Like, I guess retro tracks lost its meaning once the booster force pass existed, and you're like, any track could be added in now, new or re. Because as long as it's in tour, that's all that matters. Alright, there's no way to do that. Alright, I'm halfway done now. This is going very quick. Maybe because the retro tracks are actually shorter than the base game. Here are the nitro tracks. Oh, GBA. Or GameCube. Yeah, but it's pretty. It's nighttime. It's snowy. Oh my god, the headlights are actual eyes. Now, thank God for the headlights. It's very imperative to be able to see in darkness. Ah, this is nice. They actually made it look more beautiful with the nighttime aesthetics. Because they kept the freezy enemies. Or obstacles at this point. They're not even enemies, they're obstacles. And there's a blue shell with a bomb. I wish if they did add a new Mario Kart that they made unlockables be more sustainable. Like, certain characters are only unlockable through time trials and beating certain cups. You know, like in Wii, arguably the best Mario Kart. I mean, this is a good Mario Kart too, but like, in terms of like general quality, you know? More people are like, I think a lot of people like Wii a lot more than they do 8. I'm not saying 8 is a terrible game. I mean, it is a well-polished game, but in terms of fun, that's definitely Mario Kart Wii. Especially since they added in like so many like custom courses the community did. Yeah, I like those. But yeah, it would be fun if like the requirement to unlock certain vehicle parts Actually, take that back. Vehicles, let's not do parts anymore. Let's go back to normal vehicles, because the idea of customizable vehicle parts, I don't know, it doesn't seem that fun. I think we should go back to class-based vehicles, like they did for Wii, and have maybe, I don't know, maybe 12 vehicle options for each class. Like in Mario Kart Wii. Here's Music Park, it's pretty cool. A rhythm-based track, it's cool. Like certain unlockable requirements is like you have to get star rank in the Nitro Cups of a certain CC, in the Retro Cups of said CC. Again, Mario Kart Wii. Another unlock requirement maybe be you have to win a certain amount of online races. That'd be cool implementation. Like, if you win like 50 online races, you unlock a character, and if you win 100, you'd get another character or even a vehicle. Same for like battle mode, because online battle mode exists. And speaking of implementation of battle mode, like if you do like play battle mode 5 times, you would win the vehicle, and then like 10, and then maybe 50, 100. I don't know, I'm spitballing here. That'd be cool. And you know how, like, in Mario Kart Wii, if you beat a Staff Ghost fast enough, you unlock the fast Staff Ghost? What if certain characters and vehicle parts are locked behind unlocking the Staff Ghost, too? Like, if we, like, double the roster of Wii, which already is doubled, technically. Then, like, certain requirements being, oh, now you have to beat every fast Staff Ghost. Keep in mind, those fast Staff Ghosts are very difficult to beat, so you have to be creative. And since they're going to be harder to beat, let's say you only have to beat half of the Staff Ghosts, the fast Staff Ghosts to unlock certain things. So if it'd be like 32 courses, it'd be like 16. I don't know what they're going to do for courses. I don't know what they're going to plan. I don't know what they're going to do, you know? They're just like... I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like... It feels like the discussion of a new Mario Kart is like a pipe dream now, because it's just like... We've had Mario Kart 8 for so long. We've had 8! It's been nothing but 8 for a decade! It's like, oh yeah, cool, a new Mario Kart, better late than never. Here's Yoshi Valley, a very complicated course from the original. Was like harder for the computer to determine placements, but yeah, you know, it's a pretty good course overall. Although it's burdened by the fact that you know, certain paths are not even optimal. Like, there's only one optimal route for some reason, and it's this. I don't know why, but it is. Of course, I'll probably try to do multiple paths, but let's be real, the only path is left. It's a pretty nice course, though. I like it. Ooh. But yeah, no, really, literally, it is the fastest zone. No, it's gonna give me. What the hell did you eat that thing? What? I am so ahead of the competition, it's not even funny. Where was I? One more course. And we move on to Mario Kart DLC. Then start the booster course pass with 3 characters, 3 special characters. I seriously don't like this character. Actually speaking, 3 of those 3 characters are actually in this lineup. I'm not gonna say which 3. You'll have to figure. Yeah, anyway, last 4 courses. Tick-tock clock. It looks completely different than the original because the name Tick-tock clock is a Mario 64 course. And the aesthetic was inspired from the layout of said course. Now it just looks like a grandfather clock. Which, that's fine. I mean, it works. But, you know, that's not what the original course was like, you know? I mean, yeah. This looks cool, though. It looks completely different than the original. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but yeah, it's like so different. At least they kept the gears in from the original, because I feel like that's important. And I also like the fact that the banner is an alarm clock. It's cute. I like it. Oh god. There's a lot of moving parts to this. As it should be, it's a clock. And also I like how I don't know what those things are. The big hand, I think. The pendulum, I think, actually. As a lightning bolt. Because this is in the lightning gun. I appreciate that attention. How did I not hit him? I don't like this character at all. Alright. Moving on. Piranha Plant Slide. This is the reason why we do not have Piranha Plant Pipeline from Tor. Because why would we need two of the same, basically the same track? I like the aesthetic here. The banner looks like a castle because this whole track is a reference to underground levels in Super Mario. Even the track theme is also. You see this aesthetic? Look at this. There's a whole pipe going. And now we go to a bigger section, which looks super impressive. Look at this. Look at how impressive this is. It's like, goddamn. Then we exit the level. Oh, you jerk. Really? You had to? I had a mushroom. Oh! You gonna play this game? Well, you don't have to worry about it. I was angry, but then I took advantage of the situation. Like, come on. This is not cool, bro. I love it. I love it aesthetically. Oh, I'm not telling him. Look how big it is. So in the original, it wasn't nearly like big of an incline. It was like kind of like a small slope. Because it was a 3DS. It's just a 3DS track, so of course. It also kind of sort of feels like Mario Kart 7 just nearly exists. Just to exist. Just to have a Mario Kart game to fill the system quota. But the track design was pretty cool, but it feels like just made to be made. And not really made because they wanted to. Obviously, same goes for Mario Kart 8. They just kind of wanted to. But the difference is Mario Kart 8 was significantly better than Mario Kart 7. Like, miles? Oh yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, 3DS is already underpowered console. At the same time, it feels like we had Mario Kart 8 for too long. It feels like that clingy ex that doesn't want to go away. Like, we already moved on from you. Oh, but I have something to offer you. We want a new relationship. Because I compared Mario Kart 8 to an ex. I'm sorry. I just want a new Mario Kart game. Okay, it's been a decade. I mean, I like what we got, but it's time to move on. Like, legitimately. Nintendo needs to move on. We need to move on. I like what they added, but after a while, it's just empty. There's only so much you can do with this. Wait, anyway, here's Removal Volcano. It significantly looks better than the original. It looks a lot more detailed. It's so good. Not much different, except for this glider ramp. And the fact that it looks significantly more impressive. Like the layout for the original was New Super Mario Bros., which was the newest Mario Kart game at the newest Mario game at the time, Super Mario game. But here it looks completely different. Yeah, a couple glider ramps, and updated visuals. That's all you need. Surprised it took 10 years just to even get a Bowser Castle. A retro Bowser's Castle for Mario Kart 8. Ridiculous. they just added in Bowser Castle 4. It would have been fine. Don't know why they didn't want to do that. It would have been so cool. Alright, we're not done yet. Oh god, that one's only lap 2. My god, that looks so beautiful. It looks like, it definitely looks like the spot of an active volcano. Like, there's volcanoes everywhere. And they kept the fires nice. Which is cool. Cool, cool. And last course, which is another Rainbow Road, if you can believe it. Specifically, in 64 Rainbow Road. I mean, we all know this times at the end of this, and he has Rainbow Mario Kart 7. And the best part is, it's sectional, so it's only gonna last like a minute and a half instead of 6! 6 minutes it takes for the original. By God, that's unnecessary. You know what else takes 6 minutes? Mario Stadium. 64 Mario Stadium, specifically. This course is so long that you don't even, you know, need to do 3 laps. Sectional Rainbow Road, it makes sense for a track this long. Because... yeah, it's like unnecessary. I mean, look at that. We're already on to the next section. And it looks so beautiful. Especially like the train that's just there in the sky. Definitely gives it that whimsical vibe. It's like, yeah, it's good. I'm glad that they made it since you Road a sectional course instead of do 3 full laps of this over and over again. Because if we had to, it'd be like too long. Imagine, yeah, imagine having to do 6 minutes of this. That would be so unnecessary. This is arguably the best outcome. So we don't have to do that again. And speaking of not doing this again, that is the end of the retro courses of Mario Kart 8. At least the initial retro courses. Nice. So with all that done, tune in next week as I play the Mario Kart 8 DLC tracks, the initial DLC tracks. I'll see you guys then.